Hi there, welcome. My name is Zach. I'm the health fitness specialist over at Harvard Recreation. Today I'm going to be showing you a few mobility drills that you can do from the comforts of your home to help alleviate some tension brought on from the increased amount of time spent inside or working from a desk. Today we're going to be using a few different items ranging from the couch to the chair, so just follow me and I'll lead you through these. This first exercise is going to be utilizing our couch, opening up our hips and our lower back. To position yourself, start on your left side, cross your leg on the couch, and we're just going to hang our right leg off to the side. You can reposition a little bit more. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to lean my torso forward, reaching over the armrest of my couch. From here, I'm going to feel it resonate up into my left glute. I'm then just going to slowly raise back up to this neutral position. We're going to rinse and repeat. I'm going to reach further and further, putting weight onto my ankle, which is going to drive some of that stretch up into my hip. So we keep reaching out, exhale. Let your weight help drive some of the stretch. Remain back up to neutral. Go 2 more. Take your time in that bottom position. As we get more reps, we're going to become more mobile, increasing our range of motion little by little. Excellent. A little switch around. Same thing. Position right leg. Situate the left at the bottom, facing the floor. I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to reach forward, emphasizing weight along the shin so I can feel the stretch resonate up to my hips and glutes. Try to engage a full breath so we can exhale as we lower. 2 more from here. For this next exercise, start off with your right leg touching the couch. Left leg is going to stay on the floor. I'm going to lift my leg and place my heel on the edge of the sofa. From here, I'm going to take a breath. I reach down toward my heel, which is going to pull that stretch into my hamstrings. I reach forward with my hands. I track up. I'm looking at the ceiling, and now I give a little shoulder blade squeeze in the back. From here, I hold this position until I'm ready to go and bow. Reaching down toward that heel once again, keep those arms fully stretched. Come up nice and tall. At the finish, we're going to bring the elbows in and hold that shoulder squeeze. So you notice how my arms stay up high until I've just gotten ready to bow. And then I get a good pull on my hamstrings. I'm nice and tall. Elbows into the glutes. Good. Take your time reaching through. Hands go far. After 5, let's repeat. I'm going to switch sides, maintain my balance. Left heel is now planted on the couch. Start with an inhale. Exhale through that reach toward the heel. Stand nice and tall. Elbows come in, hold that shoulder blade squeeze. Good. Inhale. Swoop. Arch the back through, hold tall. For this next exercise, we're going to be going into a half kneel right up against the edge of the front of the couch. So my left leg is going to stay up. I'm going to touch my shin up against the front edge of my couch. And my right knee is going to be placed like so. I'm going to look to keep my torso neutral, head, hip, and knee over one another. I'm going to outstretch my hands. I'm going to actively rotate on my dial, keeping head over shoulders over hips, and I'm going to actively rotate the opposite way. So I twist, I put a little tension against the couch with my leg as I rotate the back. 1 more on here, and we're going to switch sides. Good. That's it. Now right leg comes up against the couch. Find your placement, steady up. Take a breath from the top. Rotate rotating out, coming back in. This exercise is meant to be done slow and controlled. Take your time reaching in the back of these stretches. Place pressure against the couch. For this next exercise, we're going to be sitting at the front end of our couch with our legs wide, knees stacked over our ankles. This position I'm going to call the Guerrilla Position. We are going to be placing our hands on the inside of our shins, elbows tucked up into our knees. I'm going to take my right hand first, open out, come back, replace my hand where it was, switch and go other side. So from here, I have both arms placed up against the shins where I can apply some counter tension when I go to rotate through this stretch. So take your time, place the hand before you switch to the other side. Good. Come up, shrug the shoulders back, hold. Let's rinse and repeat. Come down and reestablish my hips and my elbows up into my knees. Slow to rotate, driving the back of the knuckles through the stretch. Over time, we'll gain a little bit more range of motion, but let's go a little slow and controlled here at first. And lastly, remember, sit up tall over the hips, shrug those shoulders in the back. In my next position, I'm going to be taking a seat at the edge of my couch. I'm going to reach my hands to the back, like so I can get a nice rounded chest. From here, I'm going to actively roll my shoulders away. I'm going to now start to work the tilt in my head, bringing my right ear toward my right shoulder. And we're going to slowly go between both sides. Left ear to left shoulder. Again, go on the other side, be slow to move the head in this motion. Good. Now we're going to work the front plane. I'm going to touch chin to chest, and I'm going to slowly raise head up, chin towards ceiling. Once again, slow to move through these range of motions. Chin to chest, chin to ceiling. From here, maybe I readjust my hands in the back to still hold that shoulders up proud. Once again, we're gonna go right ear to right shoulder. And slowly tilting to the other side. One more time each. And lastly, bring the left ear to the left side. Good, head to neutral, chin to chest. Chin slowly rises up towards the ceiling. Here, I'm going to be sitting at the edge of my couch. I'm going to square up my knees once again over my ankles and keep my hips and knees stiff. I'm going to twist on my axis to the left, placing my right hand against my knee for a counter torque, looking at my back shoulder. Release and go the opposite way. Now my left hand clasps my knee. I'm applying counter torque and looking at my back shoulder. I want to pause in this neutral. We then incorporate a side lean, actively reaching this top hand across to the other side of the room. I come back to neutral, and I do the same on the opposite, looking to stretch from hip up to shoulder. Now we rinse and repeat. We go back left, little counter torque, switch, gradually apply pressure, I come back to neutral. Here I can place a forearm to help balance my load into the stretch. Once again, keep the hips and knees where they are. We're just trying to isolate this movement from the hips up. Breathe through the twist. Pause, neutral. Let's get a side bend. Actively reach. Try to keep elbow over the ear. Up to neutral once more. With this next exercise, I'm going to need you to stand at the back end of your chair and have some room to walk your legs back and forth. I'm going to start with my hands on the back end of my chair. The goal is to slowly walk my legs out, keeping my arms stiff, small steps at a time until I can get my head through my arms and keeping my feet stacked underneath my hips. From here, I can get a good stretch up the back of the legs into the sides of my lats and arms, and maybe even a little lower back. From here, I want you to slowly walk back up to an upright position. Let's tap our belly up to the chair and then slowly walk back. So notice once I get to this position, I'm slowly puttering my feet into position that I kind of stop right underneath my hips. Take a good breath from here, exhale, and slowly, once again, small steps, walk yourself to the back of the chair, and let's rinse and repeat. From here, I'm starting to gather that inhale, exhale once I've found my spot. Take time and slowly walk back in. Good. Once again, find my position. I know I'm going to be there, so I slowly start to move and set myself up. Keep your feet stacked underneath the knees. Get that stretch to the back of the legs. Walk yourself out. Let's do one more. Let the hands be passive on the back of the chair. Exhale through and hold. And walk yourself right back up. This next exercise, I'm going to be at the back end of my chair. We're going to start to bring mobility into our ankles and knees. I'm going to set myself up for a squat. I'm going to have my hands outstretched, placed on top of the chair. I'm going to keep my back neutral and gently bend into my half squat. Give a pause. Come up onto the toes. Let's flex the calves and be slow to lower back. I'm gripping my feet, keeping my knees stacked over midfoot. Once I'm at that half squat, I'm going to come through with the hips, stand on the tiptoes, nice and tall, roll the feet slow. So I keep my eyesight forward, gently bend into my squat, flex all the way up. Good. We're noticing how the foot is gripping the floor all the way from the half squat into the tiptoes and slow to low. Let's go two more. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Inhale as you make your way down, slight pause, and up to the top. Next exercise, I'm going to be in my chair. I'm going to be sitting toward the back. From this position, I want a nice upright posture. Let's start by lacing our hands and doing clockwise circles to start. Do a few rotations going one direction. I'm going to switch and go the opposite. So just exaggerating the rolls around the dial. For my next position, I want us to now stretch the thumbs away, and we're going to then try to tuck the knuckles and show the palms out. I turn the knuckles away, I come up and roll. So flex down, open in. Notice how wide I want us to raise the elbows and just turn the belly of the palms up. A few more. Once again, keep a nice tall posture sitting in your chair. And one more here. Belly up, palms away. I'm going to release my grip, angle myself toward the back of the chair, rise up through. I'm going to release and give myself a hug, arm over arm. Go back, I clasp my hands, I accentuate my posture, driving the stretch up into the chest, and then I go opposite hand over the shoulder. I can grip my shoulders and pull a little extra into that stretch. Come out, and just remember which elbow you have over the last so you can get each one on top. Balance, give yourself a hug, maybe a little grip into the shoulders. Use the breath to also help drive some internal stretch. My next movement, let's start off behind our chair. feet a little bit wider than hip width. I'm going to be placing my hand on the top of the chair and diagonally reaching hand to foot. I should be able to hinge at both my hips and flex at my knee. With a wide stance, allowing myself to rotate at the spine, keeping my feet stacked and even on the floor. So our chair is an assist on getting back up. I want you to just gently reach for the foot, allowing that stretch to resonate up our back and into our legs as well. Good. Notice how the feet are fixated on the floor, how good the knees are stacked over the ankle, and we're just pushing those hips back as we reach hand to foot. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you can take away a few exercises today that'll help alleviate some of the stress and tension you may be building up from this increased amount of work at home or just sitting more often inside. I also want to shout out Harvard Rec, where we are continuing to put up content related to health and fitness and what's going on campus. Tune in next time. Thank you.